Adelaide, the greatest city in the world. It's time to wake up with the team born and bred right here in South Australia. The unofficial Mayor of Adelaide, AFL legend and Yabby peeling record holder, Mark Rasciuto. The former squash champ and current B-grade golf champ, Chris Didmar. And the award-winning radio host who's the dumbest smart person you know, Laura O'Callaghan.
It's Triple M Breakfast.
Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
Oh, good morning, everybody. So much happening here on this Thursday morning. Is everyone well?
Everyone's good.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, good. $7,400 now, the wheelie bin on the back of your... What was the clue yesterday?
2022 floods.
That's right. Meant nothing.
Yeah, it
To any of
does
us?
mean something.
No.
It does. I came up with that clue, actually.
It was yours.
Yeah, that's the only clue I've actually come
you
up with
did
myself.
No help whatsoever. Thank
Well,
you.
it makes sense. It does. It does in my head. My
Yeah, that's 'cause
strange
you know
mind.
the answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah. Yep.
So it would make sense,
Yep. Yep.
especially if you come up with it.
I did come up with it because I said that's a good clue. It's not too, it doesn't give it away too much, but it's connected.
All right, we'll have another guest just after 8 o'clock. We've got an interesting rumour today. We got contacted yesterday by someone, so we're going to have a caller on the line at
Yeah.
7:40. But if you've got one,
Is it about, can I say, is it about housing in South Australia?
yeah, absolutely. So
Quite
It's a
shocking.
bit annoying, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the biggest dilemma in my life right now is what do I buy my daughter-in-law for her birthday? I need help, Loz.
Geez, your
and
life's good.
No, I'll explain why. It's
Get
I'm
Jackie to do it.
perplexed. Yeah, I'm very perplexed.
I can maybe give you some advice, but I don't. If you're asking me what women want, I don't know.
Isn't that
don't
an
know.
open question?
Yeah.
Gee.
we can talk about that all morning.
Wow.
Triple M Breakfast.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
Win big by servicing at Peter Kittle Toyota, Para Hills West. T's and C's apply.
I have some exciting news.
What news?
You are fake news.
Well, that's good news.
Triple M breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
Overnight news.
Oh, Powerball's on tonight, $150 million. It's
Wow.
jackpot, a huge number. So there'll be lots of people out there buying tickets. Bloody hard to win Powerball. Only 76 million to 1 chance.
Right.
Really?
Okay.
But
Should we
So
still
you-
get a ticket?
So you're
or?
telling me I have a chance?
yeah, exactly.
Are you telling me there's a
shout, Loz.
chance?
Someone wins it.
Someone does win it sometimes.
There's
so you
a
got
s-
you got to have a go.
A Sydney mother holds the record still for the most money won by one person. It was
How
like
much?
160 million, I think.
Yeah, right.
She was just a suburban single mum, and
Okay.
she's now
Not
living the
anymore.
dream. Have you guys heard? So when you use the computer every now and then, you'll get an "I am not a robot" box, right?
Yep.
Oh, it is so annoying.
And then you might get a capture thing where you're like, which photo does not have motorbikes in it? And then there's a tiny bit of motorbike in the corner,
Yeah.
and you're like,
and
does
then you
that
do
one
it,
count?
and you get them all right, and then
Yeah.
they make you do it again.
Make you do it again.
And then a third time.
Which one has a
one has a
bridge?
tractor?
Yeah, I hate it.
How many bicycles?
The I am not a robot one, though, I always thought was particularly ridiculous. Like a robot couldn't click a button.
Yeah.
Like it can hack into your computer and steal your identity, but
Yeah.
it can't click I am not a robot. But apparently that's not what it does. So,
So they're not trying to catch out robots.
well, they are, but it's not like I click it and therefore I'm not a robot. What it does is it gives the program permission to access your cookies and look at your browser history. And the way humans behave on the internet is very different to the way a hacker or a machine behaves.
Right.
So you'd have like Woolworths open and, you'd be sending emails and things like that. You wouldn't be doing trying to get into mainframes or whatever. So that's what it's actually doing. It's looking at your behavior leading up until clicking I'm not a robot. Clicking the thing isn't indicative of robot versus human, which I thought that was quite
Yeah,
interesting.
it is interesting.
Yeah, it's probably more of a what we learned, isn't it, really?
Hey, there's a bit of a surge in counterfeit cash happening, which is no surprise at the moment with a bit of a cost of living crisis. But the people online are selling 10,000 cash for $1,000 and things like that.
You're joking.
No,
What?
so just be careful if you come across it because it is out there at the moment, and they reckon the counterfeit cash is pretty good. They're actually claiming it can be used in supermarkets and pubs and shops and things. So don't fall for that
Right.
new scam. That's an old one, oldie but a goodie.
Ah.
And have you guys heard the myth? Well, up until now, I thought it was a fact that the daddy long legs is the most venomous spider in the world, but its fangs are too weak to bite you.
Yeah, well, that's what we've all been told.
I
What are you
didn't
saying
know
that's
that.
not
No.
true.
heard that?
No, didn't know that.
Well, a guy called Spencer Hoffman decided to put it to the test and get a daddy long legs to bite him.
Who's
So-
Spencer Hoffman?
He's a YouTuber. But he's filmed it up close with one of those micro cameras.
Yeah.
It took him ages to get this spider to bite him. It did not want to bite him. It's a very passive
So
spider.
have we never tested a daddy long legs up until 2024?
No. And you know what, Roo? Like, I don't know who started that rumour. that
I
they're the
know.
most- but
Everyone's mum and dad.
they were so wrong. The daddy long legs has like no venom at all.
None.
And it can barely kill the animals.
Doesn't
the
look
little,
like it's got
Where would
any
it
venom.
store it? It's got no body.
I know, it's the
all legs.
tiny.
Yeah.
Little bulb sort of
I
thing. there.
love them. I think they're the cutest spider.
Do you?
Yeah, they're so sweet. They're just so harmless. They're like a little bit of fluff. I would never kill a daddy long legs.
Oh, you
Not on purpose.
serious?
Sometimes you kill them with the broom when you're sweeping and then you feel bad. You go, oh, what's that little smear? Oh, no. I killed a daddy long legs. Anyway, they're not venomous. They're completely harmless.
Well, what's his name?
Spencer Hoffman.
Good on. Thanks,
Wasted
Spencer.
time,
Spencer.
Spence.
My mum's a liar.
Triple M breakfast.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
I don't like an aeroplane drama. Don't
No.
like plane stories. And in fact, there's a couple of those TV shows on the box
Red
talking
Eye.
about. Yeah, but talking about
I enjoyed it. I
plane
watched
crash
it.
investigators and things like that.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
No, very stressful.
Don't
Snakes
like-
on a plane.
Yeah, don't
Also
like those.
stressful.
Anyway, the reason I'm talking about this is the Singapore Airlines flight, just 2 days ago. Someone died, we know.
Terrible.
There's a couple from Adelaide, from Hallett
That
Cove.
person who died was from a heart attack.
Yeah, from the stress of it.
From the panic,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I thought I'd enlighten you this morning with the world's most turbulent routes. So if you bowl up to, Phil Hoffman Travel and you say, I'm going to go around the world, where should I go? If they say, I'll tell you what, you should fly from Chile to Bolivia, don't do it.
Okay.
World's most turbulent route, all right?
Is it really?
Yeah, Santiago to Santa Cruz.
a rocky route.
Don't fly there.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
that's number one in the world.
Got
If
any
you're in-
reasons behind them why they're rocky?
Yes. Apparently when you go over mountain ranges.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for instance, in Europe, and I'd never heard this before, but the most turbulent route in Europe, Milan to Geneva. So you're going from Italy to Switzerland, you go across the Alps. And it's all to do with the mountains, they reckon.
Right.
Surely
yeah.
you're getting the train.
Get the train.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
One of the
hitchhike
best
now.
days of my life.
Hitchhike, do whatever you got to do,
Yeah.
don't fly.
I guess
and
that's
the other
'cause-
one,
oh, yeah. No, you keep going.
sorry, go on.
No. I was going to say something just deeply boring about rock formations. so
please
you
don't.
can.
Oh,
no.
God.
Could you?
No, I think we've
No.
Can't
got
back
You
out
have to
now.
now.
You cannot back out now from this boring comment. Come on.
So Milan to where?
Geneva or Milan to Zurich, both Switzerland's big
yeah.
cities. You've got to go over the Alps, and they reckon it's no good.
Do you guys, how do you go in turbulence?
No,
No,
not
I don't
great.
like it. No.
You don't love it? I like a tiny bit.
Do you?
Yeah. You know when you're driving and you
Hang
go
on,
up.
hang on. Have you pivoted from your rock formation?
No, I haven't
Can you
forgotten. We're
just
getting
stay
back to
on
that.
one topic at a time, or
I thought we'd move past that.
No.
I thought I'd get away with that. What I was going to say about the rock formations was just that's why there are mountains, I think, because there is so much air activity above that area and it creates... Anyway, I'm not a geologist and
Archaeologist.
I'm neither, which is very clear. But I like a little
so
bit of turbulence.
you're saying at the moment that air creates mountain ranges.
Well, I'm trying to think of the chicken or the egg. Why is there so much more air activity above mountains?
Probably because it's got to blow over it. It goes up like that, does it?
But have the mountains been created over millions and millions of years because of the way the air
Erosion
moves?
because of the
Erosion,
air.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
good
what I was
theory.
thinking.
I'll have my money on the mountains there first.
Okay.
Okay.
That conversation went in three different directions,
I
didn't
know.
it?
How's
your
Started talking
turbulent
about
routes
Well, that's
going?
what I was saying. I started talking turbulent
Well, I wanted
routes.
to bring it back to turbulence.
All right. Anyway, don't fly from Chile to Bolivia.
I'll cross that off the list.
All right.
There we go.
Get a Hertz rent-a-car all the time.
Triple M breakfast.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
Sports Card World, the specialists in sports cards and trading card games. Sports Card World, Region Arcade, Rundle Mall.
Triple M breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
What a goal!
Overnight Sports.
Port Adelaide are getting ready to take on North Melbourne down in Tassie this weekend. Connor Rozee and Jordan Sweet were told, well, Connor Rozee should be coming back in. Jordan Sweet putting his hand up as well, Roos. So young Visentini has played the last 2 weeks.
Good 2 weeks ago against Geelong. Not so good against Hawthorn. I think he got badly beaten there, and that might have been part of the problem on the midfield. Didn't get as much of the ball as they would have liked. So, yeah, maybe leave him in, maybe bring Jordan in. That'll work it out tonight at selection.
Oh, Charlie Dixon's having a rest. We know that.
Yeah, well, they might play 2 rucks, maybe.
Yeah, well, Finlayson's back in there as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Marshall, they've got enough tools, but anyway, wait and see tonight at selection.
All right, the Crows, we know, have to replace the injured Isaac Rankin and Elliot Himmelberg for Sunday's home game against the West Coast. Josh Fischelli on 9 News last night said the Eagles can't be taken for granted with talent like Harley Reid running around.
They're playing an exciting brand of footy, especially over there in Perth. We're probably a bit lucky we're not playing him down there this week. He's an unbelievable talent. He's a Tawny boy, so it's not far from Shepparton. So I've always kind of known of Harley and met him a few times. He's a great character, very well-liked person, and to watch his journey so far, it's been amazing. So hopefully it doesn't bring too many highlights this weekend.
They'll be hard to beat. They are up and about. I think they're just, from where they've been the last 2 years to where they are now, they'd be on a high, and all the players would be looking forward to playing. I'm looking forward to going and watching Harley Reid live and for the first time after what he's been able to do this year. It's been amazing. So it should be a great game on Sunday afternoon.
All right, Eagles defender Jeremy McGovern says it's great to see the improvement.
It's great. We're still trying to build and we're still trying to get better, but it's definitely enjoyable when you get all the fans along and you can start seeing these young boys coming into their roles.
They've got exciting players in their side. Liam Ryan's back in there. Love watching him. It's Indigenous round. They always play well. Look, Isaac Rankin kicked like a goal of the year last year. They just get up for the Indigenous round. So it'll be another great weekend.
Round 11 gets underway tonight, Roo. Bulldogs taking on Sydney. How do you see it?
Yeah, well, Sydney are just on fire at the moment. Their midfield is just, first class. That's why they're on top of the ladder. So I think they'll be too good for the Dogs. They've been playing a bit better.
All right, last night, 78,000 people went to the MCG to see Tottenham Hotspur take on Newcastle. It ended in a penalty shootout, which are normally just edge-of-the-seat stuff.
And he does. 5 from 5 for Newcastle United. And they win the shootout here after the game finished all square at 1-1.
No one gave a toss.
What?
Even they come out and played a friendly. Why would you bother having a penalty shootout for a friendly game that no one cared about? The commentator didn't care. The players, that last player,
there we have it.
He just walked up.
He sounded like he just had the sniffles and wanted to go back to the hotel
He
bar.
walked up, kicked it into the corner, and then walked off. There was no excitement. There was nothing. Anyway.
Is that going to boost the soccer players in Australia in the future generations?
It's great that they came out and played, but they should have just called it a draw and walked off.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
Biggest dilemma for me at the moment, I mentioned at the start of the show, I've got to buy a present for my daughter-in-law, right, who's in her early 30s.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl. I love her
Lovely.
dearly. I said to myself, well, what do I get? He goes, get her a voucher. Yeah. I know that sounds silly, and you might go, why don't you just do that? I don't like giving vouchers. I think it's lazy. I want to walk in with something that's beautifully wrapped. I went and shopped. I thought a lot about it. So I said to him, well, no, give me some money. He goes, no, just get a voucher.
But you've made this mistake before when you've bought jeans.
Yeah, have made that mistake before.
You didn't buy someone jeans, did
Yeah,
you?
he did. Yeah, and I got thrown back at me in my face. Yeah.
This is what you're dealing with here, Loz.
Really good though. They
This
were
is
very
what you're
expensive.
dealing with.
I know, but jeans are so specific to the person.
Don't tell me that. They're just,
I mean, a woman will shop for
just-
10 hours to
they're
find the
just
right
jeans,
pair of
for
jeans.
God's sake.
No,
That's
they're
what a shop's
not.
called.
They're never just jeans.
They are.
Isn't just
Have you
jeans a shop?
asked, Jackie?
No, well, yeah, I
You don't
did.
want to offload it onto someone else?
Well,
Like-
no, but I always think it is so lazy just to hand a voucher and go, I couldn't be bothered shopping. I didn't know what to get
Did
you. Here's
you got
a voucher.
me a voucher and it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Vouchers, if you're specific into something that treats them like a Indota Spa voucher or something like a Mount Lofty, like something where they have to go and spoil themselves. You've thought about it.
You reckon?
Yeah, bloody oath,
big
yeah.
time. I'm a
I
huge
reckon.
voucher person.
So you don't think it's a lazy present?
Nah, I don't. I think that cash is lazy. But I think a voucher,
hang on.
Cash is king.
Cash is the best of the whole bloody lot.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like getting it, but giving it feels dirty.
What
do you
do you
mean?
think? It's from a drug deal or something?
Yeah, it feels wrong. It just feels like
Cash can be used everywhere.
it feels like you shouldn't put it in a card. You should put it in someone's pocket while they're not looking and tap them on the back.
I'll tell you the other thing
"There
you can do
go,
with
yeah,
cash. Instead of going with a voucher, you can negotiate with cash.
What do you mean?
Well, with a voucher, you can't go up and say, I'll have that for 50
Oh,
or whatever. Like in a situation.
I
cash,
don't really shop at places where you can barter
No.
though.
different
I don't
things you can do, whatever you want. You can
I
negotiate.
don't tend to do my buying in an alleyway. No.
Cash is king, and then
Yeah.
vouchers. a little
Tell
chip
you
down
what,
the line.
opening up the card from Nan and seeing the rock lobster in there, that was always exciting.
Don't you dare tell me you didn't like that.
Loved it.
Well, what do
Loved
you-
it. No, I was saying I like.
How's it different if you're an adult?
I like getting it, but giving it always just feels a little bit like I've just driven to the ATM on the way to the party, and
Which is true.
yeah, I know. It just feels
But
very like
tell
I
me
put
this.
effort in.
I don't know, your last significant birthday, if your three best girlfriends walked in and each one just handed you a voucher, or how would you feel? Or should they have put a bit of
Or
thought
an
into it?
oversized pair of jeans.
Should they
How
have
would
put a
they
bit
like
of
that?
thought into it and bought you
Someone
something
bought me jeans, I would be
that you really...
fuming.
'Cause if you buy the wrong set of jeans, Ditch, you got to go back to that shop, and if they don't fit you, what do you do?
I'll
You
pop the
sneak
receipt
I
in the
don't.
bag. You're gonna have
the
to go.
person you give them to, they got to
You
go
have
back.
to go
Yeah,
to
they're
the Marion
sneaky.
one though. I like getting voucher. Me and my sister give each other the same voucher pretty much for everything, which is a Mecca
Yeah,
Cosmetica
but therefore, isn't
voucher.
that lazy though?
Nah, because we know I won't go in there unless I have a voucher for this place because it's expensive. So it's almost like she's forcing me to do the nice thing for myself by giving
Hang
me
on,
a
so
voucher.
you
right.
buy her a Mecca and she buys you a Mecca.
I know we've been swapping the same
Each of
voucher.
you just can't buy yourselves bloody Mecca.
I know, but you
It's the
don't
same
do it
result.
for yourself because you feel like you don't deserve it or something until you get the voucher. and then it's
1-333-5-3. Do you like cash? Do you like vouchers?
Is a
Do you want a
voucher okay?
present? Help Ditch with his
I'm-
dilemma
I'm
here. Should he
serious about
buy a
this.
pair of jeans?
Don't like giving a voucher. I
Should,
don't like...
should he buy a pair of jeans?
Jeans,
or a,
you may as well be getting her orthotics or something. That's so specific to
should
the
he buy
person.
some lingerie?
Oh yeah,
No.
weird.
Hello.
Christie's Beach. Now, have you made that up or is that really your name?
Yeah, going.
Hey, Chris, how are you,
from
mate?
Chris from Christie's
Cash,
Beach.
vouchers, presents.
Tell me your last
what are you
name's
tipping
Beach.
Dits into here?
No, I'm all with Dits on this one. I reckon vouchers are out and out lazy.
Yes.
It's basically like saying, "Happy birthday, young fella. I couldn't be bothered. You work it out."
you
Okay,
go shopping.
give us a
Yeah.
couple of the best presents you've bought for people, Chris. Seriously.
Oh, I've got a 22-year-old daughter, and I always ask her for something, what she wants for the house, or
Yeah.
she might give me ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think vouchers are lazy.
that's,
on
a,
you,
that's
Chris.
a whole nother segment. Do you surprise them or do you ask them?
Always ask. I mean, for the love of God,
Nothing
always
like a
ask.
surprise. If you get it right, how good's that?
Yeah.
Let's go to Seaford Rise. Catherine, cash, vouchers, or do you buy a present?
Definitely voucher.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And look, even if you ask someone what they want, sometimes they might tell you something that you personally don't like or can't afford to get them, and you can end up in bigger trouble than you started with. So, as I said, the voucher, you can get a voucher that covers all sorts of things, not just one thing.
What
And
about
you
cash, Catherine? You like cash?
Well, we all like cash, but the reality is that with the young ones, half the places don't take cash anymore. So
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
True.
Oh, God.
You can buy a little temporary FPOS card for someone. That's when I was really in my early 20s and just on the bones of my
called?
ass.
My kids have got
My
them.
mum
What are
would
they
come
called?
around
Like
and drop me.
spriggies?
Yeah, she would drop me like a $20 FPOS card because she would say cash felt too impersonal.
How do you do that? Where do you get one?
You buy them at a lot of checkouts have them at supermarkets, like a little FPOS card. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to Rosewater. G'day, Bryn. Do you want cash, vouchers? Do you take a punt and buy the jeans? What do you do?
Well, you don't buy the juice. That's what Ditz does.
Yeah.
Starters. The other thing, cash is always king. And the reason I say that regarding compared to vouchers is because you can go and get a $100 voucher, go to a store that you've got it for. You see something you like for $90, so you buy that with your voucher, but you can't buy anything for $10. So
Exactly. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Because then you spend another 50.
You got to
and
spend
then
the exact amount, don't you?
Yeah. Look, a voucher works probably better for the corporation. They like that. You're locked in. You're spending money there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just brown
What
paper
dits?
bag on the counter.
Who do you
Feels
want
a
to
bit
give?
impersonal.
Who do you want to give the Hoodoo Gurus tickets to?
Chris from Christie's Beach.
Chris from Christie's.
Not his real name.
You just did it because his name's Chris.
He's heading along to the Hoodoo
That wasn't the
Gurus.
world's most boring man.
No, it wasn't. No, he was not.
No, he
They're
loves vouchers.
Going to play at Hindley Street Music Hall November 23rd. Tickets on sale now at moshtix.com.au.
Triple M's Rude Tits and Loz for breakfast.
Celebrities.
Got a bit of celebrity news for you.
Influencers.
Instagram, Triple M Adelaide page, whatever that means.
He's got his ear to the ground.
It'll be downloaded, uploaded. What do you do?
It's time for Chris Ditmars.
OMG.
OMG.
This is just a mini segment, a little update from Celeb Gosh yesterday. We talked about Graceland.
Yeah.
Elvis the Pelvis, his home.
Going on the market.
Yeah, it's going to be auctioned. However, the granddaughter, Riley Keogh, who owns it, has managed to put an injunction on it. The auction won't take place today.
She's saying it's a fabrication, that Lisa never
Fraudulent.
signed those documents. They were completely fraudulent, and that Lisa would never have put Graceland up for collateral against a $3 million loan because it's worth $500
So she's the
million
daughter of
minimum.
Lisa Marie, who's now dead, and saying that she put it up as security for a loan.
And something I was thinking yesterday, if Lisa owed $3 or whatever the interest was, Riley would have
debt.
just paid it off. But, you know, if she knew about the debt, she would have paid it off because she's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, you'd
So
think
why
so.
would she let a debt default that was going to claim Graceland?
Yeah.
Like
She didn't know about it.
Well, exactly. But then how can a loan default if the person's dead and nobody in the family's told about it? Surely
When
that's
the wheel gets is it when oh, it's a long story. It could be lots
I mean,
of
you
things.
might think this is a bit over the top or an exaggerated view, but even the government would step in, wouldn't it, and think that Graceland should be protected? Like, we're talking Elvis Presley. You want
He's buried
a national treasure.
body's underground.
International
Some
treasure.
American person's about to make $500 million. They'd be doing everything they can to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple M's Rude Tits and Loz for breakfast.
Yes.
Now, Ditz, you've been accused by yourself probably of abusing umpires on sidelines at kids'
Yes.
sport, didn't you?
Yes.
My kid debuted as an umpire on the
Which
weekend.
one?
I won't say,
Okay.
but one of the two. I'll just narrow it down to two. So, dressed in pink, he looked
Yeah.
beautiful, and nervous as hell. He was up
Yeah.
when I got up, but he went out there and did it. There's two of them out there. It was under 11s game.
Yeah.
But it's full oval, so they start getting a bit serious. Parents get involved because their kids are starting to play decent footy. I was as nervous as the lad watching him, hoping he was going to do all right. But they earn decent. He's doing it to earn money and all
How'd he
that
go?
stuff.
Oh, that's
Did
He did all right. He actually did all right. Overemphasised the holding the ball. What do you call it?
Body like the sign, the symbol. Yeah.
Yeah, he got right into that.
Yeah.
A bit of overacting going on there. But
Oh, that's part of the fun,
it's
though.
good, though, because I've been out coaching for years and the odd parent just gets too involved and too angry, and you got to tell them to calm down on the sidelines. But that's all getting better, and I think the whole world, sporting world's getting better with that.
Here's a question. So if I was to start umpiring this weekend, I wouldn't even know where to go. Where do you buy a whistle?
Well, they have
do you get
courses at the our Glenunga Footy Club. I held a course. They give you buy everything, and you get everything. You wouldn't.
Oh,
pass
so
the police
he's been
check,
through
though.
the proper channels then?
Yeah,
You can just
it's
turn
not-
up and
it's
say,
not
I'll
like
umpire.
It's not like the old days
Yeah, right.
where you just supply an umpire and get out there.
I used to umpire
good on him.
netball when I was a teenager, and
Contact.
contact, wing defence,
Yeah.
stand out.
Dressed in all your white gear, running up and down side.
I wouldn't call it running,
No, flopping.
sort of flopping, and then watching from a distance.
Triple M's Rude Tits and Loz for breakfast.
On Triple M, who is telling the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
And who is lying?
It's all lies.
It's time True Lies for True Lies.
This is my favourite segment, actually. It's
Is it?
becoming my favourite. Yeah,
What
last
happened to
week.
go to the quote?
Well, it's good, but it's sort of like maybe I need to get the spark back with Go to the Quote. You know, I've been together for a while.
Falling out of love.
Yeah, but no, not out of love,
Sassy
just out of
sexpert
lust,
needs-
maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah,
a
get the
sassy.
spark
True
back.
Lies is so much fun. What's going to happen is one of us, but today Ditz, is going to pull something out of a hat. It's a statement. It could either be a true statement, something that's actually happened in his life, or Jared, our producer, has made it up. Either way, Ditz is going to have to defend it as though it's true while we
Right.
grill him. Last week, Rue did one that was true, and the way he bluffed through
Yeah, he
that
fooled
like
us.
it was a lie, we didn't have one single caller say it was true.
Poker
You did
play.
such a good job. It's really a game of bluffing, I think. That's what it is. So, Ditz, you're going to pull this statement out of the hat. You're going to read it to us, and then Rue and I are going to grill you.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the callers and see what they think, whether
All
they're
right.
telling the truth or not.
This is my debut.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Go, Ditmar.
False.
I was an extra in a local commercial once.
What was the commercial for?
It was actually for a big show that was coming to town. It was when I was in primary school, and it was in the Parklands, and it was a big Disney show.
A Disney show? What was the show?
It was all the Disney characters. In this day and age, in fact, I think it's coming soon, Disney on Ice, but this wasn't on ice. This was actually just, I remember it was called Disney on Parade.
Right.
Yeah. And I was that excited. So a kid that grew up across the road from me was part of a circus family. No, he was.
Really?
Yeah.
What was his name?
They were the Bullens Circus. They were.
True.
Bullens. And they opened safari parks as well in the end. And they had lions. This is before Minato. They had lions and mainly lions. And you'd drive your car out into the safari park and lions would come. And I remember one day sat on our bonnet and scared the hell out of us and whatever. But I used to knock around with this kid, David Bullen. And because all the circus families had to get together to help Disney on Parade,
Yeah.
put this together in the West Parklands because they needed circus types that knew how to put up tents and
Yeah,
look
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah,
animals
yeah.
and whatever. It was very exciting.
And
One of
you-
the most exciting. So I remember skiving off school for a few days because we'd have to go and hang out at the West Parklands.
Loz,
and
this
get
is a very
involved.
long chat for
no.
making something up, isn't it?
Well, if he's lying, he's almost
He's
like
gone
a
off on a
serial
rant.
killer liar. That's
Yeah.
level, yeah. How, what'd you wear?
We were clowns, actually, which I was even more excited.
So you had the full makeup
And we
and,
were little
everything.
kids, yeah. We just had to be silly and be crazy.
And so this was filmed.
yeah.
And it went out on what? Just all television? Were you,
Yep.
So
It
you
was about
watched
selling tickets
yourself
for the
back
show. Yeah.
and you got to see it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, but the biggest, when you're a little kid, though, the most exciting thing was they had the outfits there. So, you know, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, they were all in the commercial
Yeah.
as well. And that was the biggest thrill for me. I just ride up every day. And I thought I was pretty important at school. I'd go to school. So I was with Mickey Mouse yesterday, met Minnie Mouse and all of that. Yeah.
Well, I hope it's true.
I can't move from true.
I think it's true. I think you look like you're telling the truth.
All
And
right.
if you're lying, I'm a bit scared.
All right, shall we take some calls?
Yep.
Let's go to Valley View. G'day, Linda. What's Ditz doing?
He's a liar, liar, pants on fire, Dick.
Why, Linda? Why?
He was just like getting off track, going on and on and on. And I'm sorry, Dick, I don't believe you.
What? Just because he was going on and on, you reckon he was going on a bit
Yeah.
too much?
I think so. Yeah, we just kept slowly going on.
Do you think if it is a lie, do you think some of it might be true and he's kind of patched in some other stories, or do you think it's just a complete, all of it's made up?
I think he's delusional.
Well, you might be right there.
Good on you, Linda.
The question isn't whether he's delusional.
Thanks for telling us what you really think.
It's not the question we're asking.
Let's go to Golden Grove. Pete, is Ditz telling the truth or is he lying?
I certainly remember the Bullen Circus at Benithan Park.
Okay.
I'm about the same age, Ditz, so I remember all that. Whether Ditz was actually the person who was doing the advertising, well, that might be a little bit sceptical, but I think he's actually telling the truth.
Okay.
You reckon he's telling the truth, eh? All right. Well, that's what I said, and that's what Loz said.
That's what I said. Ditz.
So you're both saying true?
Drum roll, please.
Do we have a drum roll?
We do.
Absolute ball dust.
Really? Oh, come on, Ditz.
Well, you know, you've both done this in the last 2 weeks. I pulled it out and I had to read it. And I thought, well, I haven't done that, so I just had to start bloody...
What? You just kept going on and on and on.
It was the duck on the pond, and underneath my feet were going 100 miles an hour. I was thinking, what
So,
do I do with this?
Hang on. Did David Bullen exist, or did you just invent him?
That's why.
Okay.
So I did drag on things from my past to
Yeah.
try and make up a
Was
story.
Mickey Mouse real?
No, Mickey wasn't real, no. But there
best-
was a show called Disney on Parade.
Yeah.
I remember it. So
What about
when
your
you read
neighbour?
a statement in front of
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
David
the
Bourne
truth
was
is,
real.
for everyone listening, the truth is we do just pluck it out of the hat and you have
Yeah.
to on the spot. So you both luckily got things that were
true.
I pulled out a thing and went, what do I do with this?
Was it? So that was a real story that you weaved into.
Some of it was real.
Yeah, so a kid across the road, he used to come and stay in school holidays. His family were the Bullens, who owned a circus.
Yeah.
So it was quite exciting to get
Yeah.
to know this circus family.
When you said the lion sat on the bonnet of your car, was that
happened,
real?
yes.
Oh, wow.
A lion
it was
sat on your car.
I'm too young to remember, but someone might know. Somewhere north of Adelaide, they opened Bullen Safari Park.
Okay.
And it's obviously still not there, but we did. We drove there one weekend, and a lion came and sat in the car. And
They say the best
I tried to
lies.
drag. I just dragged in a few things from my
The
part.
best lies have a bit of truth in them. They say it's like if you can put a bit of truth in your lie, true lies, that makes it. Well, you did
Anyway,
a very good job.
So Linda did.
She was all over
Linda
you.
was all over it.
Yeah.
She should work for the FBI.
All right, Linda gets a prize. Well done, Linda. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll send her off to Grinspoon.
Oh,
They're
how
playing the
good.
Bridgeway Hotel in November on the 8th. Celebrate their first new album in 12 years. Whatever. Tickets and info at grinspoon.com.au.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast. AutoCam, real-time video from Automasters. Triple M's Rumour Mill. Triple M's Rumour Mill, Adelaide's most listened to segment. Hear it every day at 7:40 on Roo, Dits and Loz.
We have an anonymous caller on the line with a rumour. Hello, good morning. What is your rumour?
Yeah, g'day guys. So the rumour is that mains gas in South Australia is being phased out, and it's already started being phased out, and the government's keeping it on the down low because of the cost of living outrage that's currently going on, so they're trying to keep it under their hats for now.
What do you mean it's already underway? Tell me more.
So I'm a civil construction worker,
Yep.
and we work on numerous subdivisions happening around Adelaide.
Yep.
And for the last 20 years, when we do our common service, we'll actually put in a gas line down the street, so it's quite easy to access for everyone, all the way to the house most of the time.
Yeah, so no gas mains going in.
There's no gas, so you will not be able to get gas mains. Any new houses going forward once it gets released by the public. To the public.
Isn't this happening in Victoria at the moment?
Yeah, Mike Baird, New South Wales as well, is trying to bring it in.
So you won't be able to cook with gas?
Not unless you bring it in by bottles.
Oh, come on.
That
And what they're
is
doing,
wild.
What they're doing as well, they're going to make solar panels compulsory, but instead of it going into the grid like we sell it to now, it's actually going to go into a battery that's specifically for that subdivision.
So each subdivision will have a battery?
To a certain extent, yeah.
So what if there's
This is big news.
a pub or something that needs to cook with gas? You're saying there'll be no gas, or they'll have to have bottles on site?
Yeah, they're going to bottle it in.
This
Well, I can't
sounds
believe this.
inefficient.
And
Yeah.
but also, how about announcing it? How about giving people some prior warning or notice?
Well,
Well,
we need to check.
There's a bit happening in the infrastructure space in residential developments.
They get a lot more money for it offshore than they do here in South Australia. So,
But is it
the
more
gas
about
companies
being
wouldn't pay
green,
for it.
or is it more about the money?
Is it money? Yeah.
Well, to start with, some of these subdivisions were getting awards for being green, green subdivisions to start with, so everyone else has jumped on board. However, it doesn't exactly work out how everyone's expecting it to.
So without gas and you don't put bottles in there, we'll be using more electricity.
That's right.
Which is expensive.
Which is expensive.
Is it more expensive than gas, is it, for
Yeah.
bits and...
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
How can we... What the hell are
How
we
good is your
doing
mail?
here?
How good is your mail?
Well, with the last 20 years, every single subdivision and new house build that I've put in, bar none, has had a gas connection.
All right.
And in the last 12 months, I've been to 5, 6 subdivisions and maybe another 30 or 40 new house builds, and none of them have had it.
So we're talking about the well-known subdivisions that we already know of, sort of north of Adelaide?
Absolutely.
Those. Okay. Gee.
Absolutely. Everyone in Adelaide, not just north of Adelaide, everyone in Adelaide.
Okay.
Thanks, Anonymous. That is
Great
big
story.
information.
Huge. If it's
and
true, it's a huge story.
bloody well, sounds true, doesn't it?
Sounds like he knew his stuff.
There's a bit happening in the bloody infrastructure space at
there
the
is.
moment in South Australia.
I want to talk to someone from the government so they can lie to us. No, so they can clear it up. If it is untrue, not that they'd be honest 100%, but I want to hear both sides because that sounds just unbelievable.
That sounds like a $1,000 rumour.
Yeah, it does actually.
Triple M's Rude Tits and Loz for breakfast.
If you know who this is,
At least do something!
or where this is from,
You never know what you're going to get.
you know your quotes. Triple M's looking for the GOAT of the quotes.
Yeah, today's topic is reality television. We're going to play grabs from reality TV. You're going to name the show the grabs come from. We've got Joe on the line. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, team.
How's Anglevale this morning?
Yes,
Lovely.
beautiful, fresh.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Good. Are you a reality TV junkie?
Yes, reality is definitely my jam.
Righto.
But
Okay.
just hope I
Now-
don't put my foot in it.
When you know the show, you yell out your name, so let's check your buzzer.
Joe.
Love
Nice.
it. Joe's good. It's so quick.
Good volume too.
Yeah, very good volume. All right, we've got Travis in Goodwood. How's Goodwood this morning, Trav?
Yeah, nice and chilly. Nice and chilly.
It's crisp, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. You a reality TV show man?
Watch a bit of reality TV.
Favourite show?
Oh, Love Island.
Oh,
Come on.
I love it. Fantastic.
Check your buzzer.
Travis.
Nice. Okay. All right, we ready to hear the first grab, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we
When
go.
you know the name of the show, your buzzer.
You missed a bit.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Well, they're not going to see that from the main road, are they?
Most probably. Everyone will pick up
Travis.
everything.
Yes,
Guarantee
Travis.
if you make a cock up in the middle of no...
Top Gear.
Joe, you get a free hit at this one. What is it?
Oh my goodness, I have no idea.
go
I'm
back.
sorry.
You missed a bit.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Well, they're not going to see that from the main road, are they?
Most probably. Everyone will pick up on everything. Guarantee if you make a cock up in the middle of nowhere, someone's going to see it.
Oh, he
Is
was
it
warm.
selling houses?
No. Look, it's sort of unfair, this one, a bit of a trick one. It's Clarkson's Farm. I think when people hear Jeremy Clarkson's voice, they think Top Gear immediately, but no, it's a very good show, actually.
Yep.
Just check it out.
All right, next one.
Is that reality TV?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
it?
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Next one.
Merlin, are you going to speak? Can
Joe.
I ask you a simple
Joe.
question?
Yes, Joe.
Are you going to speak?
Big Brother.
Yes. Joe 1, Travis 0.
What an icon.
My earring's gone!
Are you
Oh my god, I'm going to cry! My so many earrings!
Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Now just breathe. Everything.
That is Kim Kardashian. That is the Kardashian.
Oh, Joe.
Joe 2.
are people who are dying.
Joe
One of
2,
the
Travis
great
0.
That is disgusting.
Joe.
Disgusting is good.
Yes, Joe.
That is
Ramsay's Kitchen.
No.
Nightmares. Like,
Trav, what is it?
Master Chef?
Yes.
oh, damn it. Yeah.
That was Matt Preston.
Disgusting.
All right, Joe 2, Travis 1.
Scared a bit.
When do I get my ring?
Bronson, would you like to take Inez's ring and as you place it on her finger, repeat after me?
Travis.
Inez,
Yes, Travis.
with this ring.
Married at first sight?
Yes, he's come back from the dead. It's Joe 2, Travis 2.
T-shirt time in 2 minutes?
Yep.
Right before we go out, we take off the tank, and then we put on our fresh shirt. It's T-shirt time! Cavs are here! Cavs are here, bro! Cavs are here!
Joe.
Yes, Travis.
That is Jersey Shore.
Yes, it is. Well done.
Is that the winner?
Joe 3, Travis 2.
No, we've got one left.
Well, that could make it a draw.
We can make it a draw.
It's wrong! I'm not this timid man who's just going to sit back and just say, okay, chef. Cook your f***ing dish and shut
Joe.
your fat mouth. Yes, chef.
That is Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmare.
Yes, it is.
Well done, Joe.
Joe 4, Travis 2. She is the runaway winner. Well done, Joe.
Thanks, team.
There
Well
you
done,
go.
Joe.
Be proud of yourself.
Congratulations.
Reality
Well played,
TV
Travis,
junkie,
as well.
she is.
I know, all those hours in front of the can, definitely not wasted,
All
I
right,
say.
you got a double to Grinspoon there at the Bridgeway Hotel, November 8, celebrating their first album in 12 years, whatever. Tickets are on sale at grinspoon.com.au. Bridgeway Hotel, cracking place to go and watch a band.
Triple M's Rude Tits and Loz for breakfast. It's time for your favourite game.
Losses! Wheelie Bin of Fortune!
currently $7,400 up for grabs. Every incorrect answer adds $100 to the tally. We do 3 guesses a day. First one is happening right now. I can give you the clues we've given out so far.
Yep.
Unoccupied, chocolate, Japan, 2022 floods. All of those connect back somehow to what's in my wheelie bin.
But how do they connect? They're all so different.
Yeah, they've all got something to do with it. And
All right, what are the guesses? Any new guesses
yesterday we had Mona Lisa hollow chocolate truffle. It's a Japanese treat, apparently. Empty mud cake container and a VCR. I'm assuming that's the mechanical object and not the drink you used to be able to get at Marble Bar.
Right.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Parkside. G'day, Tammy.
Hi, how are you?
How confident are you?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I'll give it a go.
$7,400 worth here. So what is your guess?
I think it's a gingerbread house.
Why?
Okay.
Why
And
do you
why
think
is that?
that?
Well, you can't occupy it.
Great, yep.
It's got chocolate on it. Ginger is widely used in Japan. And the floods,
Yeah.
I think, relate to the house.
Oh, okay, because it's a house and the floods. Okay.
All right,
Look, all of that makes
the drum
sense.
roll.
Let's see how we go. Incorrect. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I let that go on too long. But seriously, very, very clever thinking, and I really like the effort people are putting in, and that is the level of effort you need with clues like this.
So,
obviously, it's going to be complicated.
$7,500.
$7,500
At 10 o'clock this
Tammy
morning.
get a little prize? Or?
I'm sure we can sort something out for 10.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we do that, but
I don't know if we do or not.
I don't know, but
Yeah, not sure.
Okay, we
mouth
don't.
front and
Sorry,
checks on
Tammy.
mouth front catch or
That's all right.
Anyway.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
Our co-producer, Emily, has just walked in. Morning, Emily.
Good morning.
What have you got for us?
Well, I've heard there's a new dating trend happening at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, people are using Marketplace as a form of online dating.
Dating or selling their partner?
Well,
Take him off my hands.
Well, what they're doing is they're searching people who are selling wedding dresses, and they're DMing them and asking them on a date because they can see their size, what age they are, everything on the wedding dress, on the information.
And they're also obviously not together with the person anymore if they're
Well,
selling.
Falling out.
That or they just cashing in.
Don't
and
girls
try
sell
and-
their wedding dress? Do you hang on to
No,
them? do you?
you're not
I
selling
think,
your
you know,
wedding
like,
dress.
Probably
from-
bad vibes doing it.
Yeah. I think, you know, and then you're also in the description, they would say never worn.
Yeah.
So you'd know.
Good time to strike, though. If,
One owner.
Yeah,
if
well,
they have
One
just-
owner, low
Engagement
kilometres.
rings. Engagement. My friend, this is so dark, but my friend, she's a jeweler, and she says that when she's looking on Marketplace for, you know, because you buy jewelry and you melt it down and you remake it. Sometimes it's cheaper than buying stuff outright. She says there's a whole market of guys selling the engagement rings that of their bad breakup with the fiance, and it's like people are just getting rid of their
How
rings.
much can you tell if a ring's new or second hand? Like if it's
You couldn't.
You couldn't if you gave it a bit of a
buff.
Yeah.
Well, I've looked like on to see if there's engagement rings on there, and people like genuinely say like never worn, split up.
Yeah.
Like, I think
And-
they're just angry.
And
Yeah.
you're looking because?
No, just some interested.
Intriguing.
Slip.
I wanted to know if people sell
And,
them.
and then someone tried to pick you up.
Just curious. That's
Is
funny.
that where
I've
this
never
come
looked that
from?
up.
Yeah.
Say no more.
So
But would
people
it
are.
be bad vibes like on the ring?
Oh,
Sorry
it
to
has
bring it back
to.
to the ring. If it's a breakup, do you want the engagement ring of a couple that were out
it
of
brings
love?
bad luck with it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when Princess Diana, when they used Princess Diana's engagement ring with Kate and William. Every woman around the world went, "Ooh, that's got bad juju on it, that ring," because their marriage was a horribly
I understand
unhappy.
if you're desperate, but not if you're the
yeah,
wrong
Yeah.
family.
intriguing.
All right, so picking up on Marketplace.
Yeah.
But I'd like to hear from people who've had sort of unconventional meet. Like, where did you meet? You didn't meet on a dating app. You didn't get set up on a date. You met in a sort of weird way.
Anyway, let's get Natalia on from Morphettville. Where's the funniest place you've found a partner?
Hi, good morning, everybody. So, funniest place
was when I was about 12 years old. I was doing a swimming competition for SAPSASA.
Yeah.
And I had this crush, and he was like, "Oh, if I win, I get to take you out on a date."
Yeah.
And
you
I
win?
ended up losing on purpose.
On purpose.
I really liked him, yeah. So, turns out we ended up going to the same school a couple months later, and we're together still to this day.
Oh, how long have you been going out with each other?
Officially 6 years.
Beautiful.
Are you married?
What about unofficially?
Unofficially, like 3 months. No, we're not married. We're only 19.
But I think,
Good on
it
you.
might be on the cards. That's
Beautiful.
cool. You have to have
you
the
still
wedding
swimming?
at SAPSASA.
Are you still swimming?
I'm not swimming anymore, no.
Oh, you got your man. You don't need to turn
She
up for
found
any
her
more
fish in the
swimming.
sea.
That's it.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right,
I like it.
Natalia can go and see the Crows take on West Coast
How
this weekend.
good.
If people want to go, and this is a great chance to see Harley Reid, potentially the best footballer ever. They're talking about ticketek.com.au.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
We're trying to win $150 million.
We are now.
Are we on?
It's your turn to buy.
Yeah. I've done it.
You're in charge, Loz.
I've
What's
done
happened?
it. I've done it. I've got everyone's lucky numbers, and I've
Are you
put
sure?
a Powerball on.
What's
Yeah,
the
well-
lucky numbers? You going to read it out?
Don't want to tell anyone.
All right.
What are they going to do with lucky?
what
do
ticket
you
have
reckon
we
they're going to
bought?
steal our lucky numbers?
What ticket have we bought? Because you've been working feverishly there.
Did you do a power hit so
Yes.
you guarantee Powerball?
A power hit?
Yeah,
Did
we
you
got a
get
power
the
hit.
Super Bowl?
What?
Don't tell me you forgot the Super Bowl.
Hamish is staring.
I
Don't worry
was-
about it. Don't worry about
We gave
Hamish.
you one
We've got
job,
the power
Loz.
hit. How many numbers
Looks
did you
could
put on?
kill.
How many numbers
You'd
we
be
got?
drawn and quartered, son.
Yeah.
We
Loz,
got
is it system 7 or system 8?
7.
So we've got to get 7 from 7. We've guaranteed the Powerball with a power hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're on.
We're on, and I did 2 draws.
What do you mean?
What do you mean 2
There's only
draws?
one
There's
draw
only
tonight.
one draw.
Emily talked me
Hang
through
on.
it,
Have
and
you
she
put-
told me to do 2 draws. I don't know what
Yeah,
that means. I
does
spent
that mean-
twice as much as I
Have
was
we
meant
got
to.
2 of the same thing on this week? Because we could win it twice.
No, it's for this one and the next one.
What's on next week
You've
as well?
wasted it.
I didn't know what I was doing. And you know what? If you want to micromanage me, you have to do it before I actually finish the thing because it's done now and I've purchased it. So
Right.
yeah, maybe I will win and I won't tell a soul about it. Just keep all the money for
You would not be able to
myself.
hide it. Because you'd be a bloody mess.
She didn't have those boobs before.
Hey! We're going to win it twice in a row.
Triple M's Roo, Dits and Loz for breakfast.
Time for us to go. Now, tomorrow, if Loz's Willy Bin doesn't go off today, 7,700 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
$300 every day if it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Yep, and we're going to win Powerball tonight, like everyone else out there buying their tickets, just dreaming of winning Powerball, $150 million. Get a ticket if you want to have a crack at that. We've got Voice of the Suburbs, we've got the Top 5, Triple M's Rocking Footy this afternoon with the Western Bulldogs and Sydney. There's plenty happening.
Huge.
Have a great day, everyone. Catch you tomorrow.